everyone. My name is Rodney. I'm here with BoardGameGeek. We're at Origins 2019. I've been joined by Clay Ross of Capstone Games. Hey, Clay.
Hey.
And you brought a game with you, Irish Gage.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm very curious to hear about this. It's trains.
Absolutely.
But what surprised me a little bit was I looked at the rule book. I was getting ready to read this big 20-page mammoth. Here we go.
I love it.
So I'm intrigued. Tell me a little bit, because some of the games you do go a little on the heavier side.
Yes.
You've also got a line of games that are a little on the lighter side in terms of rules anyway.
Absolutely.
If not depth of play. So tell me a little bit about this one.
That's what we're trying to do is with this whole Iron Rail series, so this is the first. We're going to continue this every year, and my goal is 2 per year, but we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
The 1 page of rules and the depth of the gameplay is there. So.
All right, well, prove it.
So.
Prove the depth. Tell us about this. Yeah.
Yeah. So. With the Iron Rails, it's going to take place in various regions. This one happens to be Ireland.
Okay.
There's 5 different companies that you're going to have ownership of, and you're building the railroads throughout the different towns on the map. The goal of the game is to have the most money and stock value at the end of the game. When you hear stocks, you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to be all this complicated market and everything.
Yes. That's not true?
It is not true.
Okay.
We've taken a lot of the math out. Actually, all of the math has been taken out of the game. It's all done on this table here. This is a reference table.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a game that plays 2 to 5. I'm sorry, 3 to 5 players.
3 to 5. Okay.
In about an hour.
So what's a typical turn look like? What would we be doing?
Yeah. So before you start the game, this would be kind of a mid game. You've got the 5 different companies. You can see their train routes are starting to be developed.
I don't own any one particular train company necessarily, or do I?
So in the beginning of the game, we start with the yellow company and we go through 1 of each color. So I would auction this off. Yep. The bigger number here.
Yeah, here, like this. Yep.
Yeah, so the bigger number is the minimum bid, and as the next stock would be $12, so they get more expensive.
Yes.
It also tells you how many stocks of that company there are. This one only has 2.
Oh, I see. So the other, I can see what's coming. It's going to be a 12 and a 17.
Yeah, and they get more expensive.
Nice, yeah.
So that's the minimum bid. Whoever wins it, let's say you win this bid, you would then start the auction for the purple company, and then we'll continue until 1 of each company has been auctioned off, then we play the game.
Okay.
So it's just kind of seeding the investments of the companies.
Right.
So when it's your turn, you have 1 of 4 things you can do.
All right.
You can auction any share. Pick a share and auction it off. Like, boom, I'm going to auction this off now. And you start at $12 and go around the table, and that would be your turn.
Right.
Another thing you can do is build routes. So you have different companies. If you are diversified, you can build in 1 of the companies that you own at least 1 stock in.
Okay, so I have purple and yellow here, and I
so
can build neither one. Okay.
You have 3 points to build, and this table. This is what this shows. If it's an empty, if it's an easy hex, which are these basic ones, it's 1 point. If it's a mountain, it's 2 points, and if it's a town or a city, it's just 1 point.
Okay.
If it's occupied, it's 1.5 points, but basically you have 3 points to spend.
Okay, you can share spaces, you don't block people. It's just going to cost you a little more to get in there? Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to eat some of your points.
Right.
That's building track. And each company has their own pool of trains.
Yeah, you can't see them here on screen, but there is a whole bunch of these little trains.
Yeah, they look pretty cool too.
They look great.
How detailed
They're
they
all
are.
custom shaped little tiny trains.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's building routes. These are towns.
Yes.
If you have a cube in there, which you would pick from the bag, it becomes a city. What's the significance of that? Towns pay you $2. If it's a city, it's going to pay you $4.
Right. Okay.
So more money. That's where you're going to get your
And you're trying to connect them with these routes, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So another thing you can do is upgrade a town to a city. Let's say purple was like this, and it's your turn. You want to upgrade this because you don't want to get paid $2 for it.
Right.
You really want
the big
to get
money
paid for it.
Yeah.
So you would pick any cube you want. There's
different cubes in here.
The 3 colors are pink, yellow, and white. Pink, white, and black. I'm sorry. So you pick that. That is now upgraded to a town. Then we're going to pay. The last thing you can do is pay dividends.
Right.
And this is kind of the clock of the game. When you pay dividends, you're going to draw 3 cubes from the bag at random. When you place this town here, when you upgraded it, it was you could choose whatever color you wanted.
Yes, right. Now it's going to be random.
For the dividends are really cool how it works. So I would draw, if it's my turn, I would draw 3 of these. These are the cities that are going to pay out dividends. Okay? So white did not get picked.
No.
Okay?
Probably because I'm popping them all over the, they're on the board, right? Okay,
yes.
Interesting.
There's only 10 of each color in the bag. So you can see the probability of it being drawn for
Yeah,
dividends.
interesting.
So we would go through every single company and pay dividends. So yellow here, this is $2. It always paid $2. The black cube did get pulled, so this would pay $4. So you got yellow is earning $6 per total.
Yep.
So $6. There's only one share owned by the player, which is you. You would get $6.
So this really does all the math for you.
So
how many shares do I have?
Yeah.
How much am I earning?
And it's rounded up. The reason why it's there is, let's say you had 2 and I had 1. The $6, there's 3 shares.
Yep.
You get 2 for each share, and I get the other 2. Okay. So then you would do purple. So purple would be 4. Pink, that's a 4.
Yep.
This one does not pay out because it did not get drawn, and you got the other 4. So $12 for purple. You own it, so you get all the $12. And you would go through every company, and that's paying dividends. Once there are no cubes in the bag at the end of that turn, game's over.
Game's over. Okay.
You're going to add up your cash in hand,
Yep.
and the value, the initial value of the stock, is also added to your cash at the end of the game.
Because you paid for this at one point in time, presumably.
You get the initial
value. Right, because it might have bid it up beyond that, right? Okay.
Exactly. And that's the game.
And so how long does it take to play a typical round of the game?
The game is an hour, no more than an hour.
Really?
It's very fast.
And I've noticed, like, again, with all the graphic design on here, although the rule book is about 2 pages, you've also got a lot of like help here on the board to help you remember what you're looking at, how to spend your points, and so forth, right?
Yes.
So,
yes. Very streamlined. Everything's there. You don't really need to reference the rules once you know how to play. It's, they're more for a reference, I guess. But.
When is this available?
This will be, so we're going to go to a show in Grand Rapids called Grand Con.
Yes.
That's when we're going to release this product.
Okay.
And
when is that?
That's Labor Day weekend this year.
Labor Day, okay.
So I'm excited to release it at Grand Con and do something really special for that show. It's been a lot of fun. We were there last year.
You enjoyed it? All right. Well, keep an eye out for Irish Gage if this looks interesting to you. Clay, thanks for giving us an overview of it and showing us how the game works.
Absolutely.
And all of you, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you.